Alrighty, what's up, motherfuckers? We live, bitches. That's right. We are live right here on Killer of Demons 669. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and my other channels, which are down below in the description box. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, share this video all over the internet, and don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never, ever, ever miss an upload. And turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. And that's all you got to do. So, like the video, share the video, subscribe, the comments and the chat, act a fool. And don't forget to tap that goddamn stinking monkey bell. Well, just tap the bell, and that's all I got to say about that. All right, it is showtime. As what's his name used to, Sting used to say, and another what's his name, not Michael Buffer, but his son used to, says. And that's all I gotta say about that. So we are live. It's showtime at the Apollo. No, it's not showtime at the Apollo, but it is showtime here on a Sunday night, April the 25th, 2021. I am your gracious host, Peter Gilmore, the sexiest man on YouTube. Oh, it's true. And that's all I got to say about that. So, thank you for watching on Killer Demon 669 on this Sunday evening. Hope everybody had a great weekend. And if not, well, too bad for you. That's that. So, my weekend was all right. Mets won today, so that's always a plus. 4-0 shutout. That's a good thing. So it is what it is. And so the Mets won today. I'm getting over just feeling like crap the last couple of days, but feeling good, motherfuckers. Feeling good. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So hope you all had a great weekend and a great Sunday. And let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as the title below says, it is time for your late and out-of-date Smackdown review for April the 23rd, 2021 from the Thunderdome in Tampa, Florida at the Youngling Center. All right. So, Smackdown this past Friday night was pretty decent. Not great, but better than Raw this past week. And yeah, Raw tomorrow night's gonna suck. So yeah, I think it's live tomorrow night. Obviously, I think it's live. I'm not sure, but whatever. But yeah, Raw's gonna suck tomorrow night. So don't even bother watching it. Just saying. So because the main event's gonna suck. I mean, it's Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman taking on, well, I don't know if they're going to be called T-Bar and Mace tomorrow night, because now they're unmasked, like Kiss, but we'll see if they will be called T-Bar and Mace tomorrow night, or they'll be called by their NXT names, Dio Madden and Dominic Dijakovic. We'll see what happens with that. And we'll probably get more with Alexa Bliss and her creepy little doll Lily. See what happens with that. And other stuff on Monday Night Snore. But that's it. TNA Rebellion's on right now, so not that I'm watching it. I'm waiting until freaking Kenny Omega and Rich Swann goes on. That's it. Not even bother watching it right now. It's on right now, so I don't even give two craps. So probably maybe about 10 o'clock, I'll probably flip on Rebellion and wait for that match to go on. That's the only match I care about. Title for title. Kenny Omega and Rich Swann for the Impact World title and the AEW World title with referee Aubrey Edwards officiating, and our good buddy Mauro Ronaldo on commentary. Now, I don't know if he's on commentary the whole night or he's on commentary for just that match. I think he's on commentary for that match. I'm not exactly sure. But would be nice for the whole night, but that's just me. And that's it. So, yeah. Enjoy the boring stuff for Rebellion and just wait for Kenny and Rick Swann to give us a hopefully a 5-star classic, but we shall see. And that's that. And hopefully Kenny wins. But who knows tonight? Who knows what's going to happen? And that's that. All right. So let's start. Let's begin with Smackdown. And like I said, chat room's open. And got my good buddy Nick in the chat, as always. He says hi. And it's showtime. Yeah, I will show it. Showtime at the Apollo. And yes, Roar is Snore. That's it. All right, so SmackDown this past Friday night was, like I said, it was good, not bad. I think the best of the week for the WWE besides NXT. Has some good things as we're rolling on to WWE WrestleMania Backlash coming up in about 3 weeks. So we got a couple more matches that are announced. That were announced. We have a SmackDown Women's Championship match that was announced. So Bianca Belair, she plays with her hair. Bianca Belair, she'll be defending at Backlash. And thanks for the dislikes, punk ass bitches. And that's all I gotta say about that. Other than that, we only got, I think, 2 matches are basically announced for the show. The WWE title match between Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre for the WWE title, and now the SmackDown Women's title will be on the line. I expect this week and maybe next week we'll probably get more matches as Rose is cooking up a storm. I don't know what she's cooking, but what are you cooking? Good looking. A what? A bologna sandwich? Oh, a salami sandwich. Okay. That's nice. All right, so let's start off this thing. So I want to get this out of the way and then maybe have my own dinner or just watch some TV and then watch Rebellion at the end. And that's that. All right, so we start off SmackDown with the Swiss Superman or Swiss Cyborg, whatever you want to call him, Cesaro, out in his gear. So I guess he's ready for a fight. So as he's about to say something, we hear the music of Seth Rollins, "Burn it down!" And he comes out in his gear. So I'm like, I bet you we're going to have a match coming up. But first, we're going to talk before we fight. Oh yeah, but first, a little Ruru. I haven't said that in a while. And if you don't know what Ruru is. Anyways, so Seth Rollins comes out to interrupt Cesaro. And he's on the ramp. So it's mocking Cesaro. And then he's like, "Congratulations, Cesaro. You did it. You got your potential. You reached your potential. All because you were in the ring with me at WrestleMania." So he says he elevated Cesaro. But, you know, what thanks did I get? You know, you won, I get nothing. And my cat is somewhere. Wrestling cat, go in the kitchen. There she goes. And always heard from Cesaro is that Cesaro wants to move on to the Universal title, but the feud between them is not over until he says it's over, and talks about the rain delay, which threw off his game, and if that didn't happen, he would have won the match. It goes on his worst day. Even the best version of Cesaro couldn't beat him. And then Cesaro asks Rollins if he's having a good day, because he's having a great day, and would love nothing more than to beat Rollins' ass once again. So Rollins goes down to the ring. He's like, should I get another ass kicking or? Okay, so he thinks about it a little bit, and then out comes main event Jey Uso. And Jey says Cesaro should listen to Rollins, saying that he doesn't deserve to be in a title picture since he can't beat Rollins or anyone again. I'm like, wait a minute. That sounds contradictory, but it is what it is. He says if Cesaro didn't get the message last week, he's going to show him again. He's going to show him again. So Rollins joins up with Jey to surround Cesaro and try to take him out. And then, as usual, our little friend Daniel Bryan. Yes! He comes out to even the odds. And gets in the ring with Cesaro. And Rollins and Jey try to leave the ring. So Bryan starts talking. Obviously, he has to get involved in every fucking thing. Piece of fucking shit. He says they didn't come out here for the reasons that Rollins and Jey were talking about. He says Cesaro wants a title match and was honest, while Rollins was just here because he's embarrassed that Cesaro beat him at WrestleMania, while Jey only showed up because Roman told him to. While Bryan came out to make sure Cesaro finally gets what he deserves. And he said that he hasn't done this for either of them because he respects Cesaro and all of Cesaro's hard work, which eclipses basically everybody. And can you go in the other room?
Can you go in another universe?
Shut up. So Roman's only the champ because of family connections, while Cesaro has never had a single break. So Bryan says Rollins and Jey are welcome to fight them, but you won't because you're pussies. So Bryan says Rollins and Jey are welcome to fight them. Oh, I said that right. So Bryan's like, will Roman come out and accept Cesaro's challenge? Probably not, because he's the head of the table and he don't want to. And Roman doesn't like to wrestle. He only wants to come out when it's a 3-on-2 handicap match. And if that's true, there's no one Bryan would rather fight with than Cesaro. So he tells him to bring it on. So Rollins is like, I don't want to do this, you know. But out comes Roman Reigns, Mr. Tribal Chief, our Universal Champion, along with my name is Paul Heyman. So Heyman gives him the mic. And Roman says Bryan's out here talking about hard work while he should be talking about the work Roman put on him at WrestleMania. So Roman called his shot and basically, he introduces his new shirt. Stack 'em. What was it called? Slap 'em, stack 'em, pin 'em, something like that. Which is his new catchphrase. Which you can buy this shirt now on WWEshop.com. So that was a nice. So that was a nice shirt. Cesaro letting Bryan talk for him makes him a loser. So there might just be top tier losers, but they're still losers. Because Bryan main event loser, while Cesaro is a casino loser, a guy with no luck. And then Roman questions the brains of Bryan, picking fights when surrounded by people who want to kick his butt. Good luck with that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So Roman's like, you're both losers, and fuck you guys. And that's it. So I gave that segment 2.5 out of 5 stars, and it looks like we're gonna get a tag team match player. We didn't get Teddy Long coming out dancing and saying you're going 1-on-1 with the Undertaker, but we get a Teddy Long special coming up after this. But still, a pretty good segment between all 5 people. So, like I said, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that, and that's all I gotta say. And we move on for that. And thankfully, I have less noise with the annoying Rosa and her hair. That's it. All right, so like I said, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. And we move on from there. All right, after that, we come back. They're brawling. So then we get the match number 1, Daniel Bryan and Cesaro taking on Seth Rollins and Jay Uso. And the match are right. Nothing great. It starts out with Bryan and Jay. And then Cesaro comes in. They double team Jay. And then Rollins is like, why am I in the match? Why am I here? I wasn't ready. And then Michael Cole's like, you're in your gear, you idiot. No, he didn't say that. But basically, if you're in your gear, you most likely will be fighting. So, sorry there, Seth. You're going to have to fight. So, it is what it is. So, Cesaro knocks Rollins off the apron. Then hits a really delayed suplex to Jay. It looked like he held him up for about 5 minutes. But then brings him down. And then Rollins tags in. But he runs into a bunch of European uppercuts. Then he avoids a corner rush. Hits a sling blade to get the momentum back for his team. Jay comes back in. They're working on to isolate Cesaro. So they're going back and forth, beating the crap out of Cesaro with some rest holds and junk. And Cesaro comes back, but runs into a kick. But catches a flying Rollins with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. And then he tags into Bryan. Bryan comes in with a drop kick, takes out Jay. Then he starts beating on Rollins with the yes kicks. And as usual, he hits the kicks, goes for the big roundhouse kick, and misses. As Rollins avoided it, but Bryan counters a Pele kick into the ankle lock. Then a bridging German suplex for a near fall. He looked like a Buzaki kick or the knee plus, but Rollins counters into a buckle bomb, and Jay blind tags in. He follows up with an Uso splash, and looks like they're about to win the match, and then Cesaro comes in to break it up, save the match. And then Rollins and Jay beat the crap out of Cesaro outside the ring. They hit a double suplex on him as we go to break. And we come back. As always, the heels come back during the break. They beat the crap out of Bryan, going back and forth. Bryan starts fighting back, into a Samoan fall, and Cesaro starts a just chant on the apron with the crowd, or the the WWE Universe. And Bryan starts his comeback with a backflip. Then they collide in the middle of the ring, so both men are down. And then Cesaro gets the hot tag. He goes all completely nuts on Jey Uso with some punches. And then a discus lariat gets a near fall. Tries to go for the swing of doom. But Jey fights out of it. It's an insigity. But springboard uppercut. The neutralizer, but Jey counted it. But once into the Swiss death, whatever that is, which forced Rollins to save the match. And then Bryan comes in to attack Rollins, sends him out of the ring, and then hits a suicide dive onto him, which he needs to stop doing because he's about to break his goddamn neck. I guess Bryan wants to be that guy named Benoit. Pretty soon he's going to get another concussion. Next thing you know, we'll have another, Benoit case. Maybe Bryan will kill his family, but I don't want to go there. But, he keeps doing this, like, who. He's going to either, get another concussion, break his neck, be quadriplegic, be in a wheelchair, never wrestle again. And God forbid what else happens. And that's all I got to say about that. So, Bryan, you need to stop that shit. Seriously. If you want to fight, you want to fight in other promotions because your contract ends in September, and you want to fight other promotions, maybe Ring of Honor, or maybe AEW, or maybe New Japan. Stop it! Just stop. But he's not going to stop. He's going to go until he kills himself. Go figure. But anyway, Jay knocks Cesaro out of the ring, goes for a dive, but eats an uppercut. Then Cesaro goes up top. He jumps off, and Jay hits a super kick as we go to another break. Come back. Rollins are going at it. Cesaro almost gets the swing. But Rollins with a free roll for a near fall. Cesaro back with a shirt. It's locked in, and then super kick the match. And then he comes in. He wants the Uso splash, but Cesaro intercepts him with an uppercut. And then Rollins is like, fuck this, man. I'm out of here. So he leaves. And then Cesaro with a deadlift suplex a la Michael Elgin from the second rope, superplex, which is always nice to see. Even though Michael Elgin does it way better. You know, he's like blacklisted from wrestling now. Which sucks for him. Because of that whole sexual allegations that he had back like a year or two ago. That's why we have. Because I think he's home now. He's basically home, and I don't know where he lives now. I don't know if he lives in Canada or he lives in St. Louis with his wife. Who's his wife? 2 years. So I don't know what's going on with. I don't know if he's injured or the whole thing with the sex allegations. Sucks for him. A good wrestler, Ring of Honor champion, and I think a former Impact champion as well. But just fucked up his career. That's all I gotta say about that. So anyway, Rollins leaves, and Cesaro hits the superplex, and then Bryan comes in and hits the Buzaki kick. 1, 2, 3. Cesaro and Daniel Bryan get the win, and a pretty decent match. I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's all I gotta say about it. So that's good. And then afterwards, Bryan gets on the mic. I don't know why. I was like, why? So he starts calling out Roman, mocking his predictions. Jay tries for a cheap shot, but Cesaro intercepts him and then starts swinging him. While Bryan starts mocking Roman, calling him stupid. And Cesaro swung Jay about 19 times. What was it? No, what was it? No, 20. No, he swung him twice. First one, I think, was 25 times. And then he did it again. It was like 19 times. So altogether, 44 times. Ugh. So basically, mocking Roman. And he's like, oh, I guess Roman's not going to accept the challenge. So Cesaro gets on the mic, says, we're waiting. And he wants Roman to basically come out and save Jay. But as always, Roman's not going to come out and save his cousin because basically Jay Uso's the punching bag. So they swing him again, and then still no Roman. And then Bryan wonders if Roman is afraid since he couldn't beat Kevin Owens himself or Edge without Jay's help. And Roman knows he can't beat Cesaro. So Roman won't be afraid that if Cesaro gets a one-on-one match with him for the Universal Championship, he will become the new Universal Champion. But we'll see what happens with that when we get to that, if it does happen. Which it might happen at Backlash, but who knows? I still think Cesaro should go into not have the match, go into the Money in the Bank match next month. Not next month, in June. Win. I think he's going to win Money in the Bank and then cash in on Roman at probably SummerSlam. And I think maybe we'll get a new champion by then. But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with Cesaro? But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with the Swiss Superman Cesaro? But like I said, I think it's better for him to, maybe, or if they do Cesaro and Roman at Backlash, we all know Roman's probably going to win by chicanery or Cesaro will win by DQ. And then And Roman's like, Roman come out the next Smackdown. It's like, you can't beat me. So you have to earn another shot at me. And then, Cesaro's like, okay, I'll just enter the Money in the Bank ladder match, win the match, and then cash in on your ass at SummerSlam. And then beat you at SummerSlam. Which would be that would be pretty epic if he beats him at SummerSlam and ends, Roman's reign at 1 year. But I don't know if they're gonna actually pull the trigger with Cesaro. They've done it so many times. Like they pushed him so many times and just down the drain. So hopefully this is Cesaro's time and they actually give him the Universal title. But it is what it is. All right, got some chat to get into before we move on. We got a lot. New York Rangers are playing Buffalo, and they're winning 6-3. Was it? Yeah, 6-3 right now. So that's pretty good. Rangers! But I think it's too little too late for them because I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. Which sucks, but they're a young team. I think next season they'll be much better. But it is what it is, and that's that. So Rangers are up 6-3 on Buffalo, the Sabres. And that's that. And we move on. I can imagine Bryan Danielson returning to Ring of Honor. Yeah, I think he's going to go to Ring of Honor. I think that might be his first stop because, like he said, he wants to fight. He wants to fight, other people and other promotions. So I would assume he's going to go back to Ring of Honor first. I don't know who we fight. Maybe Roosh. Maybe Jay Lethal. I think that'll be a great match. Him and Jay Lethal. Or who knows what's going to happen. And the Rangers won, so that's nice. So the Mets won, the Rangers won, the Yankees lost. Ha, 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 ha. That's what I think. And we move on from there. All right. So, yeah. But Bryan's probably going to go, like I said, probably go to Ring of Honor first. And then I would assume he's going to go to Japan after that. Maybe have, I would love to see him against Kenta. Maybe fight Okada. Maybe fight Tanahashi. Maybe fight Jay White. Oh, I would love that. Maybe fight Will Ospreay if Ospreay still has the belt by then, but I doubt that because I think Kenny's going to get it pretty soon. But yeah, I would love those matches in Japan. Maybe him and Naito. And sorry for the glare on the background with the stupid light. But yeah, he would have epic matches in Japan. Epic matches, to finish his career. And maybe, just maybe, there's an outside chance he could go to AEW. But that's like, the odds of that are like the odds of, half of you trolls getting some pussy, which is slim and none. So, but if he did go to AEW, I mean, him and Kenny could have a good match. Who knows? But we'll get more of Daniel Bryan coming up later. But yeah, we'll move on from there. That's that. All right, got my good buddy Chase in the chat. What happened to Daniel Bryan? Nothing happened. I'm just saying that he's not injured or anything. I was just saying that he needs to stop doing those suicide dives and all that shit because he keeps doing it. Sooner or later he's gonna get a broken neck. He's gonna break his neck, or he's gonna break something, and then he'll be, his wrestling career will be over, and he can't, pick up his kids. Just be a paraplegic or a quadriplegic. He's gonna fuck his career up. And I was just making fun of that whole thing with Chris Benoit. Bryan, going psychotic, with all these concussions and doing the same thing that Benoit did before he died. he needs to, but he really needs to stop. Yeah, Bryan Danielson returning to the Ring of Honor would be amazing. Yeah, he's gonna go back to Bryan Danielson when he's done with WWE. So, the American Dragon. So, we'll get the return of the American Dragon, and hopefully when he comes back, if he comes back to Ring of Honor, I would love to let's just hypothetically say this. If he goes back to Ring of Honor, I hope his first match is in New York. I would love that. When of course, if New York, has wrestling events then, because we haven't seen a wrestling event in a while. So I would love for him to, his first match to be in New York City at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Maybe at Final Battle, if Final Battle's in New York this year. We don't know that, but imagine if Final Battle was in New York this year. And then we have like Roosh or whoever has the title. I would say Roosh maybe, because he's Roosh. Imagine Roosh has the belt, he beats somebody, and his group LFI they're all out, beating the crap out of somebody, and then all of a sudden we hear those great synthesizers there, and everybody goes nuts. Right, and then Bryan Danielson comes out, and he just beats the crap out of Roosh, and then he challenges Roosh for the Ring of Honor World Title, and he beats Roosh in the middle of the ring in the Hammerstein Ballroom. And then the Hammerstein Ballroom will be fucking blown off. It would just blow. Everybody in the Hammerstein Ballroom would just go completely berserk if that happened. But who knows? But that would be epic. That would be epic. I would love to, see Bryan back in Ring of Honor. Because I was there when Bryan left Ring of Honor, when he had his last match in Ring of Honor. And I was ringside, and I gave him a hug. So you don't really see me, but I was there and I gave Bryan a hug. That's that. So, but I would love to see Bryan in Ring of Honor, or Japan, or in AEW, or maybe Impact. I don't really think Impact would, he would like Impact that much, but who knows? That's that. All right, let's get back to SmackDown. All right, so Cesaro and Daniel beat the crap out of Jey Uso and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins leaves Jey for dead. And then Jey 44 times for Cesaro. And then Daniel's like, oh, I guess Roman's not going to come out. So they basically, Jey Uso was the sacrificial lamb once again. And that's that. So, like I said, 2.5 out of 5 stars for the match. And the same for the aftermath. And that's that. All right, let's move on. All right, we go to the back. We see the Intercontinental Champion Apollo Crews and his Commander-at-Arms, Gabo Cabo, or Commander Aziz. Boy! They complained to Adam Pearce, Mr. Goon himself, about having to defend his Intercontinental title on the show. He says he shouldn't have to give Big E a rematch. So Adam Pearce says, well, Big E will get his chance when he's ready, because he got his ass handed to him at WrestleMania. So I don't think he's medically cleared to fight yet. So when he's ready, he'll get his rematch. But he tells Apollo that he will defend the belt against our good buddy Kevin Owens. So that's going to be coming up in a little bit. So Apollo will defend against KO, and we'll see what happens with that. And then Apollo and Commander Aziz leave in a huff. I'm like, damn! So they leave pissed off. So that was all right. So we'll see what happens with Apollo and KO in their match for the Intercontinental title. And I gave that 2 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right. And then we see, before we get to match number 2, we see one half of the women's tag team champions. I don't know why they're still the goddamn champions. Here's what it is. We got Nia Whitehole Jax coming out with Shayna Baszler. And back from the injury list, her Nia's little boyfriend, Reggie, in a nice looking suit that he probably got from Kmart. So Reggie's back on our television screen. Woo! Reggie! And she's gonna take on Tamina. So battle of the big bitches coming up. But first, we get a interview with Kayla in the back, and she interviews Jay, and Jay's about to throw up. He's gonna puke. I just puked earlier, so it is what it is. So Jay's about to throw up from all the swinging he got, but he doesn't care about Seth abandoning him. He's sick of the disrespect, and he says, "You step to the head of the table, you're gonna get put down." So that's all I gotta say about that. So it was an okay promo from Jay. I still think he really needs to get away from Roman. Or just turn on Roman, punching bag. And that's that. So, and then we'll move on from there. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars as well. Also, I forgot to mention this. The UFC is on tonight. I thought it was on last night. I know UFC 161 was on last night, and dude shatters his fucking ankle. Anybody see that? Woo! Damn! I saw the video of that. Somebody sent me the video. I was like, holy! Last night I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the UFC because I don't watch the UFC at all because I think it sucks. And not only did Daniel Cormier get in the face of Jake Paul, he should have beat his fucking ass. Just saying. But fucking dude fighting some guy. I don't remember the guy's name. Chris Weidman or Weiderman or whatever the fuck his name is. Shattered his fucking leg. Same way Anthony the Spider Silver broke his leg. Same guy too. Same guy that Anthony Silva fought and broke his leg. What happened to Chris Weidman or Weidman or whatever the fuck his name is. He went for a kick and he just heard snap. Ugh. And then he fell back and his leg was just shattered. Woo. His ankle was just. Ugh. I don't even want to. I can't even describe it. If you've seen the pictures or you saw the video, and the videos, you can just go on YouTube or just Google it. Ugh. And you thought Sid Vicious breaking his leg was gruesome. Oh boy. That was nasty. Or as Cleveland says, that was nasty. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Other than that, I could care less for the UFC or the MMA. So, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So, yeah. So I guess there's another UFC fight on tonight. I didn't hear about that, but I know Rebellion's on, but I could care less about Rebellion. But it is what it is. The ring will break with Tamina and Nia Jax. Probably. They're over with. They're like, both of them are big bitches. So, I think around the 180, 250 pound mark, maybe 300 pound mark with Nia, because she loves those cheeseburgers. Tamina likes that Samoan food, I guess. I don't know, but they're those girls. I'll get to that match in a minute, but yeah, they probably did reinforce the ring. I don't know, but yeah. Dodgers leading 2-1 against the Padres. Nobody cares. But I will say this about the Dodgers and Padres series. Because I know they're gonna be facing each other 19 times. I'm telling you right now, Trevor Bauer is gonna fucking bean Fernando Tatis. Those two teams are gonna have a brawl the next time they fight. The next time they play. Probably tonight. Who knows? But I can tell you right now, Trevor Bauer is pissed at what Fernando Tatis did to him last night or the other night. Hit 2 home runs off him, and he starts going like this. Taking after his daddy, Fernando Tatis Sr. I'm telling you, Fernando Tatis is overrated schmuck. No, he better watch it because he's going to get beamed in the head. I mean, seriously, he's going to get beamed with a 99, 100-mile-an-hour fastball right in the dome. Or in his back. It's gonna start a mega brawl between the Padres and the Dodgers or any other team, and he's gonna get his ass kicked. He's a freaking hothead. He's a bum. Overrated, overpaid bum. That's all I gotta say about that. We move on. Nothing else is good on TV. On Sunday, what do you expect? You don't have a WWE pay-per-view. You don't have an AEW pay-per-view. Or Ring of Honor. Well, Ring of Honor usually on Friday night, so you don't have that. So basically, you have nothing on TV. So either watch Rebellion or watch, whatever. I'm watching Guy Fieri on right now, so until 9 o'clock, and then they got to change the channel because the garbage is coming on, I think. So, and then I'm going to eat. I'm probably going to watch Netflix. Watch maybe Schitt's Creek. That's what Rose has been watching, like, religiously now. Or I might watch this new show called Shadow and Bone, which is basically a kind of a Game of Thrones ripoff. I would watch The Walking Dead, but I think it's over. Or I don't know. I don't know if the season's over yet, or because I haven't really caught up with it. I kind of got bored of watching The Walking Dead. Well, but there is a chance that our good buddy Rick Grimes is coming back for the end of the show. So when the entire series ends, but there's more. Because when you think The Walking Dead's over, you still got Fear the Walking Dead, which is in season 6 right now, I think. And then you got the spin-offs coming out that are gonna be coming out with Daryl and what's her name? And Carol. You're gonna have that series. They're gonna have a bunch of other series coming out. Oh, that's right. Is it on now? It is on now, I think. I don't even know what channel I have. Let me hold on 1 second. Let me try this. Because I got my good old clicker. I can talk into my clicker. Watch this. A&E. Watch this. Oh, yeah. I might get copyright for this, but watch this. That need a piper. I don't know if you can hear some of it. I'm not going to play all of it, so I don't want to get copyright. I probably will, but I can't show it either, but I'm watching a little bit of it as well. It's like right near the end anyway. Just about near the end. I watched the Steve Austin one last week, and they're talking about when Roddy Piper got stabbed, by a fan. That was scary. So. We got Sergeant Slaughter. You puke talking right now. Yeah, they're talking about when Roddy Piper got stabbed in the back, I think, or the hip. That was scary back then. But I'm probably gonna I don't know if it's on again. Let me check if it's on again. Because I know we got WWE's Most Wanted Treasures coming up after that, after the biography, and then it's on at 12:05. So if you missed it, just wait till 12 o'clock and you get to rewatch it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually record this. Record it. So okay. Now to talk about Charlotte 1983 with Greg the Hammer Valentine. I know I'm getting off topic, but it is what it is. So to talk about that, I think this is the dog collar match. No, it's not. Okay, this is when Greg Valentine was champion. Oh, yeah, this is when I remember this match. So like I said, I can't show it. So, but yeah, to talk about when Piper's ear got fucked up by Greg Valentine. I don't know if they're gonna show the dog collar match, the first ever dog collar match, with Piper and Greg Valentine. Probably, I don't think they are. So, I think that was in the AWA or something like that. But yeah, they're actually going to talk about it now. They're going to talk about the dog collar match, which is if you haven't seen that match, you get to see some of it right now. Which was freaking probably one of the most bloodiest matches back then in the 80s. So, and it was on oh my gosh, this is exciting. This is in Worldwide Wrestling, by the way. And they're showing Ric Flair in Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. Yep, now they're showing the match from Greensboro, North Carolina, November 1983. The bloodiest fucking match I've ever seen. In the NWA. So if you're watching it, go watch it. I'm not going to explain the whole thing, but this is what they're up to right now. So yeah. So I will watch it. Let me just I'll shut it off right now, but so I don't want to look at it and commentate at the same time. Yeah. So the Rowdy Piper. I mean, Steve Austin's bio was great, and this one looks to be pretty good. Of the life and times of Rodney the Piper. And it is what it is, and that's that. And 2 Hall of Famers, by the way, too. Greg Valentine. Well, 3 Hall of Famers. Flair, Slaughter, a bunch of Hall of Famers on that thing. Nick got an 8x10 autograph of Greg Valentine from that match at Starrcade '83. Yeah, I remember that. No, it was I thought Starrcade was in December. Okay, whatever. It was at Starrcade. I know it was at Starrcade. But I thought it was in December '93. But I have to look at my tape again. But it is what it is. So I have these Starrcade. I don't have a collection of Starrcade, but I got an old tape. Not of mine. I didn't tape Starrcade because I didn't have that kind of TV back in the day. But somebody, one of my old friends, used to love wrestling. He doesn't watch wrestling that much anymore, but he gave me a tape of Starrcade '83. So, and I think that was when Flair and was that Flair and Harley Race for the belt? I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but anyway, still, but yeah, Greg Valentine and Roddy Piper in the first ever dog collar match, probably the bloodiest match I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of bloody matches, but that ranks as probably one of the most bloodiest matches I've ever seen. Not live, but I mean, the most bloodiest match I saw live was oh boy, I don't even remember, to be honest with you. The most bloodiest match I've ever seen live. Because I know Adam Cole got busted open once. Kyle O'Reilly was gushing blood once. I think who else? Jay Briscoe was busted open once in a match I saw. I would probably say not the most horrific match I've seen with a lot of blood in it, but probably Generico Steen from Final Battle 2010. Those both men were busted wide open. But that's all I gotta say about that. But I haven't really seen like a gruesome as fuck bloody massacre with both men just gushing blood, or just one guy just gushing blood in a long time. No, I've never been to like Tournament of Death for CCW or anything like that. But I've seen a lot of gruesome matches in wrestling in my like 40, just about almost 40 years of wrestling. Yeah, I've been watching wrestling since 1980, motherfuckers. 1980, when I was a little bitty Hulkster dude. When I was 3 years old. And 40, just about, like, in a couple of years, it'll be 43 years that I've been watching wrestling. I need to get a life. I need to stop watching something else besides wrestling, right? 43 years is too long, Peter. You need to watch something else. Well, I grew up in the 80s, motherfucker, so suck it. That's that. All right. So, all right, getting away from Rodney the Piper. I can only imagine what next week is going to be. I don't know, but anyway, let's move on from there. All right, so we get the match. Let's go back to SmackDown. So let me get this done and out of the way. So I'm going to paraphrase for most of it because I'm going to eat and before the missus starts screaming at me. All right, match number 2. We have the big bitches, Nia Jax with Shayna Baszler and Reggie at ringside, taking on Tamina with Natalya at ringside. I thought this match would be good, but this match sucked. And they go back and forth, and Tamina tried to slam Nia, couldn't even do it, and a lot of botching, miscommunication, just horrible. This horrible match, and then on the outside, Tamina tosses Nia around the barricade before they get back in the ring, and then Reggie tries to get involved, distracts Tamina, who kicks Shayna Baszler, who she tried to kick Shayna, but then she kicked Reggie, and Shayna backed into Reggie, and then Shayna got all pissed and started stalking Reggie, and then he backed up and he tripped over the freaking steps, and then which distracts Nia, who eats a super kick, and then gets an ugly fruit roll up by Tamina. 1, 2, 3. So Tamina gets the win, which should have happened at WrestleMania, but I guess they're gonna still go with this whole Natalya Tamina beating Shayna and Nia, and then Nia and Shayna are gonna start a feud when they lose the belts, whenever that will happen. Same regurgitated bullshit that this company gives you. And that's why they need to get rid of these stupid as fuck women's tag team belts. Let's get them all on people. That's all I got to say about that. Horrible. Anyway, after that, we go to the back with Kayla once again. And she welcomes our good buddy, Kevin Steen. Oh, Owens. Whatever. Kevin says it's been years since he battled for the Intercontinental title, and he's thrilled to get the shot. He wasn't expecting the opportunity, but he's still happy to get the opportunity. And then our good buddy, Big E, comes up. He's like, "Ha ha, Big Kev! How you doing, Big Kev?" and he complains that Owens jumped the line. I think he called him a hypocritical line jumper or something like that. I forget. And Piggy thinks that he should be in the match for his belt. I was like, you're probably right, but I got the shot first, and you have to wait, sir. So, so he's like, I get my chance, and it's next, and you're gonna have to wait. So, and then basically, he tells Piggy, I'm gonna have fun with my belt. I think he also said that if I win the belt, I'll give you the first shot, whatever. Anyway, still an okay promo from KO and having Big E there. All right, so I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens with Apollo Crews and KO coming up in a bit. But before that, we see Daniel Bryan, yes, talking to Adam Pearce, asking if he's going to do the right thing about Cesaro getting his match with Roman. Adam promises to try, but it's not that simple. And he tells Bryan that, you know that. Bryan's like, well, do more than just try, Adam. So, once again, Adam Pearce, is in a pickle. And we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we'll move on from there. All right, match. How much time I got? All right, I want to finish this up pretty quick. I'm gonna semi paraphrase most of it, but it is what it is. All right, we got the match number 3 for the Intercontinental title. Apollo Crews with Commander Aziz taking on Kevin Owens. Match was all right, nothing great. And they went back. Kevin Owens trying to win the belt. Apollo comes back. And oops, I went past my notes. They go back and forth, and then we get near the end. Kevin hits not 1 but 2 cannonballs in the corner for near falls. He goes for the stunner. Apollo avoids it. Tries for the angle slam. Owens counters it with a super kick. Then he gets the pop-up powerbomb. It looked like he was about to win the belt, but Apollo kicked out. Owens goes up top. Apollo rolls out of the ring. So Owens improvises and hits a apron splash on the outside. And then he goes in the ring. He looks at Commander Aziz. And then he goes in the ring. And then Commander Aziz goes on the apron to distract Kevin, which allowed Apollo to roll him up. 1, 2, 3. Apollo Crews retains the Intercontinental title. Shady way to do it, but you really didn't think that Kevin Owens was going to win the Intercontinental title, did you? No, because we all know Big E's going to get the belt back, but that's all I guess. That's all I got to say about that. So, match was all right. Nothing great. So, I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And afterwards, Kevin gets up, hits the stunner on Apollo, and then Commander Aziz comes in and hits Kevin in the throat with the Nigerian nail. Ooh, my God. And then Sami Zayn, who came down during the match and was doing commentary, and kind of him and Michael Cole going at it for a little bit. I was like, please hit Michael Cole, please. Didn't do it. So Sammy comes in the ring and he starts dancing. He's like, he just started dancing, and it was kind of, he's dancing all around KO, which yeah, he's a pretty good dancer, but not like Fandango, but that's what we like to see. I don't remember him doing that when he was El Generico. Who knows? But yeah, Generico's still, stealing orphans in Mexico and, beating up people and making salsa. I don't know. but it is what it is. So I guess the Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn feud will continue on. Probably have another match at Backlash, and nobody will give two craps. And it looks like we're gonna get. We'll find out later that Big E will get his rematch against Apollo Crews this Friday night on SmackDown. So a big night, a big night already for SmackDown this coming Friday night, and I'll get to that in a minute. So I give the Aftermath 2.25 out of 5 stars, and we move on. All right, then we go to the back. We see Kayla, who kind of likes Sami Zayn's dancing. And then in comes Paul Heyman, and Kayla asks him if Roman will accept Cesaro's challenge. He says he likes Cesaro and he appreciates him. And he's like, I love Cesaro. In a wrestling kind of way, not homosexual. Huh, I bet you do, there, Paul. Anyway, Cesaro made a name for himself with only one name and calls Cesaro his favorite Cesaro of all the Cesaros. And by the end of the night, the tribal chief will give Cesaro a real answer. And that's it. So we'll find out what happens at the end of the night. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we move on from there. All right, after that, we get to a segment with newcomer Megan Morant, who just got hired. She interviews Apollo Crews. And Apollo comes out and says, Commander Aziz is cleaning the tears of Owens out of his clothing. He says his royal ancestors are celebrating, they're all happy, and anyone who dreams of taking his belt will think about the sound of Kevin's larynx snapping. Then out of nowhere, Big E attacks him, and I liked how Megan Morant just like saw it right away. She's like, look at, he's going like this, and then she sees this and she starts running away really quick. Welcome to the WWE there, Megan. So they start fighting, and Big E has to get separated from Apollo by referees, and he's just going berserk, saying, I want more match! And then Commander Aziz comes out and sees Apollo on the ground. He's like, he starts going completely berserk. So, like I said, that sets up Big E and Apollo Crews rematch from WrestleMania on SmackDown this Friday night. And it should be a pretty good match, and we'll see what happens with that. So I gave all that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we move on. All right, after that, we get a promo from a guy we haven't seen in a while. And finally, he's back. It's Aleister Black. Yeah, he's still there. And with his new gimmick, which he basically now known as the he's kind of like, I'm trying to describe it. He's like a prophet almost. He basically says most people aren't honest with you, but he will be, and he reads from the book, from Big Book, Tales from the Dragon. I forgot what the book was called. Dark Side, I don't know. And he reads chapter 1, The Dragon, and basically talks about his father, took him to many celebrations of life and death, but as he grew, he wasn't taught how to defeat the dragon, but rather how to become the dragon. And he's nothing like the monsters at home. He's not going to help us. And with our lies in the seat, we turn our children into even bigger monsters. And we should be scorched from the earth to make room for more fertile things. Which I have no idea what that means. So I don't know if it's like a new version of his old character. His just dark, mysterious character. But, I mean, the visuals were nice and all, but felt like somebody he felt like a Mortal Kombat character talking about his origin. Like Scorpions, like Hanzo, Scorpion / Hanzo talking about his, when we, I'll spoil it, but I don't care. As most of you have seen Mortal Kombat. They talk about Hanzo, the first 7 minutes were just basically Hanzo / Scorpion getting his ass handed to him. and gets beat up by the guy that later becomes Sub-Zero. So he dies. Then he comes back from the Nether Realm and kicks Sub-Zero's ass. So that's basically the movie. So I spoiled Mortal Kombat for you dumb people at home. Not that I care, because it was already spoiled on YouTube. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'm kind of like, who gives two craps about Aleister Black? He's probably gonna get misused anyway, so it's a new gimmick I really don't care about. But we'll see what happens with him in the next couple weeks. But yeah, not giving two craps about Aleister Black or Tommy End. You know, that's all I gotta say about that. So I gave that 2 5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, I'm gonna quickly finish this up. We go to the back. We have Halo once again talking to the Smackdown Tag Team Champions Bobby Roode and Ziggler. Ask some prediction for the Alpha Academy match coming up. They lean towards the Academy, and then ask who's next. They don't care, and then the Street Profits come in. They say, "Well, we got next," and they're about to go at it, and then ding dong, hello, Bailey comes in, and the voice of reason, and then both teams separate, and Bailey says that talks about Bianca Belair and blah blah blah, calling Bianca rude, selfish, and spoiled, and basically says that at WrestleMania Backlash, she's back her title and her spot at the top of the women's division. So that match is now official. And then Montez Ford comes in with Bianca on the phone, and it's like, "What did you say?" And Bailey's like, yeah. And then Bianca's like, "I'll be right there." And that's that. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. And then we come back with Bianca and Bailey talking. And basically Bailey's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it." You know, she's basically kissing up the Bianca. And Bailey's all, "I'm happy to be your first opponent to get beat." Because we all know Bianca's going to beat her at Backlash and retain the title. Blah, 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 blah. And then Bailey's talking about some of the spots from the Mania match, and then says it's an honor to fight you, and then walks off, and Bianca's like, "Well, I didn't expect that." And then Bailey comes back and starts laughing at her, and then walks off laughing. So that's that. So Bailey and Bianca Belair, SmackDown Women's title at Backlash, and I don't care. So I gave this 2 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right, match number 4. Rey and Dominic Mysterio taking on Chad Gable and Otis. Nothing great. Rey and Dominic win after they set up Gable for the 619. Dominic takes out Otis on the outside. Rey hits the 619 and then drops the dime. 1, 2, 3. Rey and Dominic get the win. Gain some more momentum in the tag team division. It's basically 4 teams going after 1 belt, and it is what it is. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. All right, then we end the night with Cesaro and Daniel Bryan. They come out, they right after the match, they shake hands with the Mysterios. Blah, blah, blah. And basically waiting for Roman to give his answer. Roman comes out with Paul Heyman and Jey Uso, still probably threw up about 50 times. So Roman comes in, he says he's the man around here, and tells us the answer, no, but Cesaro will never be on his level. He's like, I'm the one who makes the challenges around here, and you're not getting a shot, but you, Daniel, you'll get another shot at my belt this Friday night on Smackdown. He says he doesn't like Bryan, never has, he never will, but he's going to give him one more shot because it's going to be his last shot. And Bryan's kind of like, I don't know. And then Cesaro like, you have to accept, because you're Daniel Bryan. So Roman gives him a warning. He says, when you lose, I don't want to ever see you on SmackDown ever again. So Bryan loses, he's gone from SmackDown. So loser leaves, well, not loser leaves SmackDown, but Bryan loses, he's gone from SmackDown. So Bryan accepts, and that's it. That ends SmackDown. So that was basically it for SmackDown. So I gave the segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. And this Friday night is going to be a big night for SmackDown. We got the Intercontinental title on the line with Big E and Apollo. And in the main event, we got Daniel Bryan going against Roman for the Universal title. And if Bryan loses, he he is gone from SmackDown. So we'll see what happens with that. I think Roman's going to win because Bryan is, his contract ends in September. Basically, where he has nothing to do on SmackDown. So he's probably going to leave SmackDown. He's going to leave SmackDown, probably show up on Raw or maybe on NXT, finish his career in WWE. And then, like I said, he's going to finish his career in like Ring of Honor or Japan or maybe Impact, maybe AEW. I don't know. And that'll be it. So get ready to see less of Daniel Bryan on SmackDown after this coming Friday night. But then again, the people saying, "Oh, Daniel's gonna win, and then Roman's gonna get it right back." I'm like, maybe. If Cesaro's out with him, I think Cesaro might play a part in the match. I think Jey Uso will be the same way. So Daniel might win by disqualification, and then maybe I don't know what's gonna happen. I think it might have another match at Backlash or a triple threat match. I don't know. So we'll have to see what happens on Friday night, I guess. But like I said, I think Bryan is probably going to lose and be gone from SmackDown and probably show up on Raw the following Monday, or maybe we'll see him in NXT. And that's that. All right, so that ends SmackDown. Like I said, 2.5 out of 5 for the final segment. Overall, SmackDown was pretty solid, so I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys thought of the show in a comment or a video reply down below. And that's all I got to say about that. So 7 out of 10, solid 7 out of 10 stars for SmackDown. And let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to smash that like button to death. Subscribe to my channels. Follow me on social media. Share the videos all over the internet. And don't forget to tap that goddamn bell. And turn on all my notifications so you never, ever, ever, ever miss an upload. That's that. All right, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Let me finish off with Nick. Nick saw Mortal Kombat. He said it was amazing. Like I said, I didn't see the whole film. I saw bits and pieces from what was shown on YouTube, all the fatalities and the ending. And there will be a sequel. And The Miz is really wanting to play Johnny Cage in the second one, which is basically going to be the tournament. It's like this movie basically wasn't even about the tournament. It was just them fighting Shang Tsung and crew. That was it. Basically, almost like the first one, but kind of different. But it was just basically it wasn't even about the tournament. It was about this guy named Cole who gets some superpowers. I mean, really, that pissed me off. That's the only thing about the movie that pissed me off. Like, who the hell is this guy Cole? Who's not in the game, but supposedly he's a, spoiler, descendant of Scorpion. And then he gets this fucking weird shit. I'm like, okay. First of all, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe Cole's gonna be Noob Saibot in the next movie. or smoke. Because he has this weird looking getup. Like, he gets punched and his fucking chest, like, gets red and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I mean, if some of the fatalities were alright, but otherwise, most of the movie was meh. Ending was alright, with Scorpion and Sub-Zero beating the crap out of each other. And then what happens afterwards, I'm not gonna spoil that. So, if you have HBO Max, go watch it. If not, well, go to the movie theater and watch it. Right? Even though I spoiled most of the movie for you, so don't hate me. It's just what it is, and that's that. So, if I had to rate it, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. But not the best. You can't go wrong with the original, which was epic. The second, Mortal Kombat Annihilation sucks. So, hopefully, when they do, they do a sequel, which I think they will. I don't know if they're going to call it Annihilation or they're just going to call it Mortal Kombat 2. Hope it's better than Annihilation. And hopefully The Miz is in it as Johnny Cage. I think he deserves it. Nathan Jones, if you remember Nathan Jones. He was in the movie as well. I forgot who he played, though. But it is what it is, and that's that. All right, let's move on. I'm not going to talk about Mortal Kombat anymore. Smackdown wasn't that bad. I'll admit. Yeah, Smackdown wasn't bad. Pretty solid. Another good show. I think this week is stacked. This coming week on this Friday night on SmackDown is going to be stacked with the Intercontinental title and the Universal title match between Roman and Bryan. And that's that. Also, as Nick says, next Thursday, Dark Side of the Ring Season 3. Oh, that's going to be good. I can't wait for that. I don't have the channel, but because Dish doesn't give me Vice. So I have to, watch it on a stream. So, but I will be watching Dark Side of the Ring Season 3, and I can't wait for it. Nick Gage. I can't wait for the Nick Gage episode. I think the Brian Pillman one's the first episode. Can't wait for that one. I think there's another one with Nick Gage. I want to see that one. Brian Pillman definitely got to see that one. The British Bulldog, I think, is another episode. But yeah, Season 3 looks to be pretty good. Some of the things to talk about. I think there's an episode they're doing with China. I want to see that one. But it looks to be a good season coming up for Dark Side of the Ring. So we got that. And also we got all the biographies with the WWE now. So that's going to be pretty. Steve Austin last week, Roddy Piper this week. I don't know who's next week. If I didn't get the list, so I don't know. But probably be somebody good next week. And then we got after that the WWE's Most Wanted Treasures, which I didn't see the last week's. I saw a little bit of it last week when Johnny Gargano and Candice went into the WWE warehouse and they showed like all the stuff they had, like the cages and shit, like the Punjabi prison cage, and they showed all the Hell in a Cell cages, and somebody had Cactus Jack's jacket and shit like that. That was kind of cool. I saw bits and pieces of it, but yeah, I might watch some of that later, coming up in a couple minutes. But like I said, I'm waiting for Kenny Omega and Rich Swann. So when that match is finished, I will probably come back and do a quickie video, giving my thoughts about the match on the Peter Gilmore Wrestling channel. Do it on my trusty phone, and give my thoughts and analysis, and see who comes out as a double or maybe a triple champion. But if Kenny wins, he gets actually 4 belts, because the Impact belt is 2 belts, the TNA belt and the Impact belt. So Kenny could have a lot of belts around his shoulders and his waist after tonight. Like I said, he might have 4 belts, and we'll see. And if not, well, Rich Swann might have 3 belts. So somebody's gonna have a lot of belts after tonight. But we'll see. I think it's gonna be Kenny, but we'll see. And that's that. So show the rest of Rebellion, and I'm not gonna do a review of it. Like I said, I'm just gonna review the Rich Swann Kenny Omega match coming up in a little bit, and then that'll be it. And then we've got Raw tomorrow night, NXT on Tuesday. I'll actually be doing a right after NXT goes off the air. I'll be doing a live review of NXT. So right on Tuesday night, I'm not gonna do it like the day after. I'm gonna do it Tuesday night, probably around 10, 15, maybe. All right, I was like 10:30, maybe 11 o'clock. I'll do that review, and then Wednesday night Dynamite. So I'll probably do that video on Wednesday night or Thursday, and then that'll be it. So and Friday Night Smackdown, and we get ready. We roll into May next week, this coming weekend. So that's it. So that's it. Thank you all for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore. Thank you to Nick and Chase for coming in the chat. Hope you have a great rest of your night and even better start to your week. And that's it. So thank you all for watching. I'm gonna grab something to eat. Maybe watch the end of the Roddy Piper biography, and I'm gonna rewatch it at 12 if I'm still up. And then maybe watch a movie with the missus, and maybe play Resident Evil 8. I don't know. We'll see. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace, bitches.